Alright, so where have we just come back from eating, Kevin?
It starts with a D.
D'Amicos?
D'Amos. It's a D and then there's an A.
It's an Italian name.
It's Italian.
Okay. And we found this restaurant.
Do you think I can finesse this right here?
No. We're actually driving on the way back from...
Let me see. Let me see if I can finesse this.
Well, Kevin's trying to finesse driving in these tiny streets.
Got it.
We're coming back from eating at this is honestly a bad start to our first review because we don't even know which restaurant we just ate at.
Well, okay, what is this called though?
I don't know.
This is called
You're the one that found it.
Incomplete Reviews.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Let's start all over.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So this is the Incomplete Reviews review
of D'Amos.
Of D'Amos in Rice Village here in Houston, Texas. I am with Kevin.
I'm with Arm.
That's right. And we're driving back. And we're going to talk about the restaurant that we just ate at. Because why not? We're living in a panini. And we've just ended a winter storm. So why not spend the drive back discussing food?
Alright, so what did you order?
So I ordered the fettuccine alfredo with chicken. What did you order?
Something with pesto.
Kevin ordered the pesto pasta, also with chicken, right?
It was a green pasta though. So it was like a pepper.
That's the pesto sauce.
No. It was like something like Peppa Pig. Pesto.
Oh, the pasta itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like something.
It
was like paparedos.
Yes, the pasta, like the actual noodle. I know that's not correct, but the actual noodle itself was super thick for Kevin. Not thick. Thick is the wrong word.
It was wide.
It was super wide. And I know that there are different pasta types in Italian food. Like a penne is the cylinder, the pointy cylinder.
You're talking about the type of pasta?
Yeah, that's the pasta. So anyways, that's what we got. It was a 30-minute wait because we wanted to eat inside.
Even though we said outdoors.
Even though we told the waitress that we wanted to eat outdoors. And if we had ate outdoors, it would have been chilly, but the sun would have still been out. But instead, we waited 30 minutes and we ate inside. And it was warm. But they brought us out bread.
That was hard.
A starter.
It was hard.
It was hard. It was kind of dry. Kevin put some olive oil on it. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to eat appetizer bread.
It didn't make a difference in terms of the taste. I should make a right here.
Perhaps you should. Again, we're driving back. So Kevin's driving the car. And...
So what did we order for appetizer though?
We ordered the fried calamari.
Did it taste like calamari or was it just... I know it had the consistency of calamari, but it didn't taste like calamari.
I thought it tasted... Ooh, are you on the wrong lane?
I'm not on the wrong lane. You see this?
Oh, I just saw because of these tracks right here. Okay. So anyways, what are you talking about the calamari? It tastes like calamari.
No, I had fresher calamari. But I don't remember. We don't remember where we had it.
Oh, okay. So you're just talking about the taste then?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, it wasn't the
freshest.
Best. I thought it was fresh, but it wasn't the best, but also wasn't the worst calamari I've ever had. But I thought it was good. And they brought it out with that little red sauce. The tomato
sauce. It was good. And if we had it with the bread, they gave the bread some flavor, and it made it soft because it absorbed. I had to make a right turn here.
So Kevin liked the bread with the
tomato sauce. Yeah.
Is it marinara sauce?
It was kind of like marinara.
I don't know. This is awful. But anyways, we got the calamari as the starter. I like calamari. Calamari is like a reliable starter to me. And we ordered our food all in one go. I we eat at restaurants, we're the type of people to like figure out what we want
Well,
and then order everything at once, right?
Well, the reason that we have to know the stuff beforehand is because I take long looking at the menu, and let me get here. And so whenever you go to a restaurant, it's best to let me look at the menu for beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to be waiting 20 minutes for me to decide. But homeboy, what are you doing? He's just chilling. Oh.
So yeah. Anyways, we got our food. How long did it take for us to get our food?
10 minutes.
10 minutes?
They also didn't have any water to drink.
That's right. So as I mentioned earlier, the past week, we've been in a winter storm. A historic winter storm. Really throughout the South, but in particular in Texas. So our power was coming in and out. A lot of people don't have water currently still. When we're recording this, and the restaurant didn't have any tap water. They only had Pellegrino
and some carbonated water.
Yes, which I don't blame the restaurant for that circumstances happen. So yeah, they had Pellegrino, and then we got our food, and they gave us a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty good portion.
It's definitely more than one person can eat. I would say 2 people for 1 plate.
Yeah. To finish the plate, though.
Right. Again, I got the fettuccine alfredo with chicken. Kevin got the pesto pasta with chicken.
It wasn't. I don't know.
So how did it taste to you? How did your pesto pasta taste to you?
It's not pesto pasta, but it was something pesto. It was like it looked like pepperoni. The word. It's like I don't know.
How did it taste?
It needed salt.
Okay.
It needed salt. The pasta itself was very soft, but it just needed salt. But we were talking about this. We didn't know if that was traditional Italian, where it just lacks salt, or is that just something you're supposed to add on your own?
Right. So Kevin and I were Hispanic, so we are used to food being salted.
Oh, to have flavor already.
Right. And so.
What's up with this dude? He's going 50.
And so, we're not sure if, an Italian grandmother also does not cook, and add a lot of salt to her recipes.
Or seasoning.
Or general seasoning to her recipes, like, is it fair to compare, like, Cajun style fettuccine alfredo
which I never heard of.
Traditional Italian fettuccine alfredo. Is it fair to compare the two? So we're saying it needs salt, but we don't know if, an Italian grandmother would cook her pasta like that, So,
but the chicken was bomb. The chicken was good. But the pasta just needed some salt. But the pasta itself, it was soft and tasted good. So I would give it that.
Yeah, I totally agree. The pasta, yeah, it's weird, but like pasta was really soft. And like if you go to Olive Garden, if you've gotten the fettuccine alfredo from there, the sauce sticks to the pasta. The Alfredo sauce sticks to the pasta, and I don't know how to describe it, but it sticks to it. And therefore the pasta itself kind of, it doesn't have a smooth texture. But in this sauce, the sauce was super, like, hot, super liquidy, and I like that because then it made the pasta really, really soft and smooth, and the sauce wasn't sticking to the pasta.
So you like that viscous?
Yeah.
That viscous pasta.
Yeah, and I would say that the sauce drenched the pasta, right?
But the weird thing about your pasta, your plate, it had cheese on it, right? But it still needed salt.
Yeah, well, yeah, Alfredo sauce is cheese.
But you would imagine the cheese has salt, though.
Yeah. Well, not all cheeses have a lot of salt, right? Salvadoran cheese has more salt than
But
normal cheese.
they put salt on it because, well, at least on the outside of it, just because they don't want it to mold.
So yeah, but I actually really liked my pasta. I agree with Kevin that my pasta needed more salt. So I did actually add some salt to the pasta. And when I did that, I didn't mix the pasta. And so I didn't like when I scooped it up and tasted it. It's too salty. So then I mixed it in, and I don't know. I don't think it really made that much of a difference. Maybe I should have added more salt, but I actually do regret adding the salt because, I don't know, I got used to it not having salt.
Alright, so what was your consensus of the whole meal? What would you say?
I would say I would give it 3.5 stars.
Well, don't give it a score yet.
Oh.
Like, would you say, is it good?
Oh.
Would you go back there again?
I would go back there again.
And is there a reason why you would go back there? I like the environment. I think it was like a little cozy a place to go.
It's funny because on the outside it looked a lot more sleek, and on the inside it looked a lot more mom and pop.
Yeah.
So like outside it looked like a fancy Italian restaurant because there were people sitting outside and eating outside.
Uh-huh.
But then when you went inside, it just looked like a mom and pop restaurant with like vinyl leather seats.
So if you were to go back there again, would you order the same thing?
I think I would try something different.
Maybe something different.
So yeah, that's why I say I would go back.
Okay.
However, am I dying to go back? No.
No.
What about you?
I would go back, but it's like I would rather go to Olive Garden based off that experience, and I think it's cheaper too. So how much did you pay?
I paid $48.50.
50, and then the tip on top.
And then I also gave a $10 tip. Well, we got the Pellegrino, and then we also got the soda. Well, I got the soda for myself.
But I don't think that was like a $50 meal though.
No, the flavor was not $50, but the amount was $50. If that makes sense.
Oh, the portion.
Right, the portions that we got were $50.
Like, honestly, I would rather have just gone to Whataburger and gotten some chicken. No, I'm lying. I did like that. At least go in there. But.
So again, this is a restaurant in Rice Village. Rice Village in Houston is a very like hip, wealthy neighborhood located near Rice University. So there's a lot of little stores near there. So I think you're also there for the experience.
Mm-hmm.
When we were waiting our 30 minutes, we were waiting outside in these lounge chairs, just enjoying the sunset. There's like a Torchy's right down the street. And there's like a Hot Daddy's right next to this Italian restaurant. There's another shake or burger joint right next to it too. So
it's a very food and like a shopping center type of place. There's your favorite store, that candle store. What is that?
Bath and Body Works?
Yeah. Bath.
I don't know.
Not Bed Bath and Body Works,
Not
right?
Bed Bath and Body Works. So yeah.
Alright, so what's your score now?
I would give it, I flip-flopped a lot. First I said 3.5.
Then you went to a 4?
Then I went to a 4, and now I'm back to a 3.5.
A 3.5.
Yeah, so I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
So for me, without looking at the bill, it was a 3.2. But seeing how much you paid, honestly, it's like a 3.1.
Okay.
Because I feel like we got better food for a better price.
Okay.
So it's an average score of what, a 3.3?
Yeah. And what did you say was the rating on Apple Maps?
Oh, on I think they used Yelp. It was a 4.4.
Okay, so
And that's a difference of like 1 star.
Right, so customer average on Yelp is 4.4, and then our average here between Kevin and I was a 3.3.
3.3. All right. So, do you want to conclude this episode?
Yes.
All right. All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What were you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say this is but you can end it. You got it.
Oh, okay. So this is the Incomplete Reviews
Podcast.
Is it a podcast or is it I thought it was a blog.
It's a blog that we're making a podcast for. Are you gonna write an internet post about this?
Okay, so fine. This is the Incomplete Reviews
Review.
Uh-huh.
Of what?
D'Amico's? Damn you?
It's D-A. Is D... I think it's D-Amos.
D-Amos, okay.
But como te amo, but Amos.
D-Amos, okay. And the reason why we call it the Incomplete Reviews is because we can always change our mind later. So the review is technically incomplete because we can always go back, we can always try something new, and we can always change our minds over what we thought of the movie.
So it's a dynamic score.
Yeah, I guess.
Meaning it moves.
Meaning it moves, yes. So yeah, this completes our first review. And stay tuned for more. Would you like to say final notes?
Do you have any place where you want to try next?
I don't know. You know what we could try next is just like a mom and pop store that we've been to already.
Okay.
Like Bonfire.
Ooh, okay.
You know, and just review Bonfire.
So, alright, so I'm going to set a challenge for our listeners.
What?
You know that we're a fan of Tres Leches, right?
Oh, yeah.
So if you know any good Tres Leches place, I guess, I don't know where this is going to be, but maybe put a comment. So put a comment below. If not, just think of a Tres Leches place, and when we figure it out, just put it there.
Yes. So, again, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
All right. Bye.